Welcome to another episode of 4x4 Camping and Adventures. So, on today's agenda, we're going to be talking about 7-inch king spotties. Now, you've probably seen the videos on YouTube and all the people rant and rave about these lights, so I'm going to give you some cons and pros of what I think of them. Bought them with my own money, like everything, so it's non-biased. And I'm going to give you some little bit of info on the lights. Would I buy another set? Would I recommend buying a set? It's all going to be part of this video. Also, I'm going to give you some photos of the light output, so the distance, and what they're sort of best for and what they're not that good for. So keep watching and we'll get into it. So you're probably thinking, you know, what does he think of them? Well, I think they're pretty good. I mean, they're $200, so price is right. Like everything for Supacentre, the price is right, but is the quality there? Yeah, they are built pretty well. They come with everything you need to get it hooked up. You can buy the plug and play loom kit for $20 or $29 or something, so you can get them set up pretty easily. Plug and play loom kit's a bit cheap, so if you're looking at that, potentially maybe put a bit more insulin tape and that kind of stuff on your connections, because it's a little bit cheap. Spread's good. Spread's extremely good. Spread's about as good as a light bar. I mean, I've got 4 of them on the roof, so it gives me better spread anyway. But they're not good for long distance. Like the videos they show you on the internet, where you're getting 300-400 meters out of these lights. It doesn't happen. Yeah, you get a little bit of light down there, but it's not much. It's not enough to really be seeing a reel or something like that. So you really need some probably some long distance lights plus these to give you the best of both worlds. But yeah, look, I'd recommend them. For $200 you can't go wrong. So if you're planning on buying a set of spotties, yeah, look into them. It's just the spread, it's the distance that gets me. I thought they'd be better on distance. They don't call them a spotlight, but I just really thought they'd be better on distance. You get about 200 meters down the road. I'll give you some photos for example anyway, but yeah, you're getting about 200 meters down the road, even with them on the roof. So, but the light they put out is pretty damn good. You can see absolutely everything on the road. So, which was, the main, what these are about, is seeing everything on the road. So, 100% would recommend them, do your research, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'd recommend them. They're pretty damn good for the price. Alright everybody, so that's my quick review. Wasn't much in this video. I mean, essentially they're lights, so you can't really talk about them too much. But I think the proof's in the pudding on the photos that I put up, so they'll give you an idea if the distance and that kind of thing is actually going to be right for you. As I said in the video, they're plug and play, so anyone can essentially hook them all up and that kind of thing, and your high beam and all that kind of stuff. Now, that's all well and good, but a lot of these people buying these, I think, may be looking at them as a spotlight, and it's something to be cautious of because they're not a spotlight. They don't do the distance. So if you are looking at a spotlight, go your normal light force long distance spotties, that go a kilometre down the road. Get those and spend a little bit more money. Yeah, they might be about $1,000 or something like that, but they're going to give you the distance you need when you're actually on those long treks. So if you're touring or going around Australia or going to remote places where you need the distance of light, these aren't going to cut it. So get some light force long distance spread lights, so beam lights, and then use these as your spread over the over the rest of the scenery. So you get to see left and right of the road, and then you've got your distance down the road. So you get the best of both worlds. If it was me, when I go around Australia, I'll be getting some long distance spreads, because I honestly couldn't rely on these to give me the distance I need in case a roo jumps out or something like that. But as I said, they're a spread beam, they're not a distance beam. So just put that into your thought pattern when you're looking at a set of lights or something like that you want to put on the car, but just take that into consideration. So what I've done is on some of the photos I've measured the distance, so you can actually see how far the light's going to travel. So I've actually measured the distance, how it's got, you know, how much light you're actually going to see, you know, in the distance. So I'll just use that as a guide. As I said, I'm not affiliated with these guys. I'm not affiliated with Life Force. I just think Life Force are good lights. You know, proof's in the pudding. They make good lights. They're Australian made. They're just good gear. Price puts people off. These price of these sort of gets people to go, oh, they're pretty cheap. So maybe I'll just get those, and they'll do everything I need. Yeah, they'll do 90% of stuff you need. They just won't do long distance. So just take that into consideration. Now, you're probably all thinking, oh yeah, but there's a 9-inch version as well. The 9-inch gives you a little bit more spread. You're probably going to get maybe 100 more meters of distance out of them, but they still don't give you the distance you need for like a long pinpoint beam type thing, like a Light Force 1 kilometer down the road type thing. So the reason I know that is my brother has the 9 inches and I've seen him in action. So I've had a bit of a look at both of them. I know I've seen ARB's gear, I've seen Light Force's gear, and all the rest of the brands. So yeah, I've got a fair idea of which does what and what's good for who and all the rest of it. If you're touring or you're just actually doing if you're just doing forward driving down the tracks, put these on the car. They'll do like 100% of what you want to do with them. They'll light up the track, you got to see in the dark, and it'll be all happy days. If you're going to be touring, use these as a spread or buy the cheaper light bar. It's actually better because you're going to get the same amount of spread, you're just not getting the distance. But if you're going to use your other spotlights for the distance anyway, it doesn't really matter. So just food for thought. If I'd had to do it again, I'd potentially invest in 2 long distance spread beams in the middle and have the outside 2 as the standard like spread beams, and have the 2 in the middle as like a pinpoint beam so I can actually see down the road. So that's what I'd do if I had to redo it again. But obviously when 2 lights go, I'll just replace them with some Light Force lights anyway and have the distance and the spread. So that's my honest review on the 7-inch illuminator spread lights. So put some feedback in the comment section. As always, I'd love you to subscribe. We now, with this video, I believe have 10 on YouTube in a couple of weeks. So, and it's to me, it seems like it's gathering momentum, which is good. So people are watching my videos, which is always nice. So I want to thank all the people that have already been watching my videos and all the people that have subscribed as well, which is a big thanks to them. So, you know, I'd love to hit 100 subscribers by the end of this month, which isn't much. I mean, this channel's over the 1 million, but obviously I've only been doing this for about a month on YouTube. So yeah, it'd be fantastic if you could hit that subscribe button if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed yet, because there's going to be so much more content. I've got a Monkey Maya trip, so if you're from WA, I'm going to Monkey Maya in April, so there's going to be a huge video trip on that, potentially going an hour long on YouTube. So it's going to be a proper full-length feature film with drone footage, all that kind of stuff. So huge things coming out of the channel. There's a lot in the pipe work. As I said, I do a video every single week based on reviews and camping gear and that kind of stuff. So yeah, just keep an eye out for the videos, subscribe, hit me a like, chuck me a comment. I'll reply to it as soon as possible. And yeah, keep watching, and thanks for watching.